Hola, bienvenidos a Esperanza Vence, donde la Esperanza Vence. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. Check this out. This is so good. Strawberry rose, milk thistle, which is good because actually I gave a friend of mine the last of my milk thistle and I have not replenished my supply. So it's always good to renew, rejuvenate, and glow, right? So let's pull a 10-card Celtic cross and see what's going on here. Neptune's going into Aries here. And I'm not sure when I'm gonna drop this video. This is, oh, these come. Strength reversed and the 8 of Wands, all right. So with the Strength reversed, we have a situation to where we need to practice the art of not forcing things to happen, practice the art of reaching, digging deep for our own inner strength. This is fire energy. This is fire energy as well. Things might start moving so quickly that we might want to grasp and try to open things up for ourselves. But if we just relax and remain within the flow and remain within our own gentle beauty, that's an attractive force. And that's what true strength really is, right? Love, moving with the courage of the lion, right? The heart of the lion. This stuff is so good. Can't help myself. You know what? Let's do a freestyle reading. Because, like, we're in between times. I felt the eclipse energies coming on strong, so I recorded that video a little bit ahead of time. Well, a little bit more ahead of time than I usually do. Like, I usually record right on the moon because I have to absorb the vibes. I have to feel the weather, you know what I mean? But I felt the weather of this weekend. Like right now it's Wednesday, so I felt the weather of Saturday, like last week. You know what I mean? Like I can feel things sometimes a little bit ahead of time, and then it like later on, like I'll tune into my favorite astrologers, of which there are so many, and thank you so much for all your work because it's so helpful to so many of us. But having the astrologers sort of confirm, but it's like, oh yeah, that happened to me last week. You know what I mean? I kind of get like the income. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, so I was feeling the new moon, solar eclipse in Aries. And I think a lot of us, you know, like we feel these energies. It's not just like on the day, you know, it's sort of a process. And it's kind of like when somebody lights incense in the other room and then you start to like kind of smell it, and then when you start to walk into the room you kind of meet it where it's at, you know, it's kind of like things seep towards you sometimes. So I recorded that video already, and now I'm in the mood to pull cards again just because I want to know what vibes we're working with right now, and I'm trying to stay more present, and I just want to know what vibes we're working with right now. What's going to be of most benefit for all of us tuning in, fine-tuning our free will and intuition here together? What vibes are we going to want to lean into right now, meaning within this next week? Got the new moon in Aries coming up. Then we're going to have a full moon in Libra. So that's going to highlight the full moon in Libra coming up, mid-April. That's going to highlight some culminations in terms of how we relate, between me and we, and it's going to highlight some, and maybe wash away some patterns, so we can have our eyes peeled for that too. So in the meantime, in between time, what are we working with? And we already had the 8 of Wands and Strength reverse come out, so we're already working with fire energy. We knew that, right? We already knew that. Okay. All right. Magician reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, and the Queen of Cups upright. With the Magician reversed, this is interesting because I pulled this in a reading yesterday too with a client, and this was in their position of what's in our environment, what's surrounding us. So I'm just wondering if there's some kind of backwards manifestation energy going on, or if there's any bad magicians. I mean, we know there's bad magicians out there, and we know that they're pressing. They're like on a full court press right now. And so, as far as I'm concerned, you and me need to play zone defense. You know what I'm saying? If you're tall, be a center. Stay there. Rebound. I do believe that this is like borderline narcissist energy. This is people that have all the tools at their disposal, but they're channeling it the wrong way. They're letting the flow fall off. They're not sitting beneath the flow. They're pressing on top of the flow. And that's unnatural. With the Ace of Cups reversed, this is such a really wonderful emotional gift that's given to us, but we might be overflowing with love, or overflowing with love, or we might be letting our emotions get the better of us. We might be taking these emotional gifts and just sort of like wasting them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we have this purity of heart, if we have this peaceful nature, if we have this natural gift from God to have, and look at the Queen of Cups, like, she's holding her cup, she's taking care of her cup, she's not letting it be wasted and spilled all over creation. For she's been able to take her cup and make something out of it. She keeps one foot firmly on ground in the sand, but she has a foot like ready to tiptoe into the waters. She has a calm and serene presence about her, and because of that, she has become a queen. So I think that's what we have for today for the meantime in between time energies. If you'd like to get a reading, hit the links below, and I'd be so happy to have a session with you and see what your intuition and what the tarot cards the tarot cards, I feel like, are conversing with us. They're having a conversation with us. And when you sit there with your intuition and you ground in there for you don't even have to ground in for very long, but just if you have a sincere moment to where you tune in for a second, and then if you let me know, like the way we do our sessions, I guess I could explain this a little bit actually, because I don't know if I've ever explained this in a video, but when I have a client sit with me, I ask them to use their intuition. Like, we're actually not really using my intuition in these sessions. I mean, we are, but I'm always using my intuition. We all are, right? Aren't we always? But we're basically using my interpretive skills. Like, I know this language of the tarot pretty well. So when a client sits with me, what we're doing is we are sort of being like a personal trainer for your intuition. We're fine-tuning our free will and intuition together. It's not like I'm like the intuitive and you're, you know, sitting here thinking about what I have to say. The cards are speaking. We're doing our best to be available to listen. So I usually ask the client to sit and just however they tune in, however they ground, however they calm themselves, to get into that state. And then I ask them to focus right here on their third eye and their topic. And I say, could you please not tell me what you're thinking? Because I don't want to necessarily know right away when you sit down, like what you're aiming for. That's between you and your source. I try to stay out of the way. I try to let you connect clean and clear. I try to create a like nice bubble for us to sit in while you do that, right? But I have my bubble, you know, and you have yours, and we're just kind of like floating together for a little bit, trying to have a conversation with these cards. And then as the cards come out and as the cards start to talk, then we maybe start to talk. Maybe sometimes people tell me what their question is. Sometimes people tell me a lot. Sometimes people tell me nothing. It really just depends. And my purpose is to let the cards shine out and speak to us, and then we do our best, like I said, to be available and try to listen. And you know, just like any children, like we're all children of God, right? And I happen to be a mischievous one, so sometimes even when I do get the memo, I don't, you know, the cards are an RSVP type situation. You can RSVP yes, no, or maybe. That's where your free will and intuition comes in, okay? Love ya. Bye.